Hey everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. With us today, once again, is the prophecy, Nathan the Asha.
Hey, Ron.
Since the last time we've had you on, you've won 2 pro shows, and things are looking good for you, sir. Things are looking good. So,
yeah, they're not too bad. Like, I can't complain.
okay. So I've got some prepared questions. I'm going to read them off. So let's start with New York Pro. I'm basing some of these questions off interviews you've done since the New York Pro.
Yeah.
So these are sort of my follow-up questions to other people's questions. New York Pro, you had that shirt on that said Nathan against New York because you knew there were going to be a lot of strong challengers from the area. Juan Morel, John De La Rosa, Justin Rodriguez, Max Charles, Akim Williams. It's a hell of a crew to be the local guys. So I want to talk about whether the hometown advantage is a real thing or not. Obviously, the crowd's going to go crazy for these guys because these are their local heroes. They see them in the gyms. They see them at the local supplement stores. But do you think it has any real bearing on the judges and how they make their decisions? Because I was in Toronto, just to put in perspective, a week after New York, and I'd say maybe 2/3 of all the pros in that show were Canadian, and a lot of them were from that Ontario area. Didn't do them a damn bit of good. A lot of them just got, real low places.
Yeah.
So to the judges, you think consciously or subconsciously it has anything to do with where you're from when they're looking up at that group of guys on the stage?
Subconsciously, I think in your mind, you think it does, but in retrospect, it doesn't. The judges like what they like, and it's good for atmosphere. That's about it. And a lot of the guys on the stage think, if they get a better cheer, it'll go on the judges. The judges will think, oh, it's better for me this way, and really, it's not. It just gives you more of a better state of mind, and it just makes you basically want to work harder on stage and pose harder. But I can't see it doing any justice. Maybe if it's neck and neck, it might swing in your way to get a better response, but that's neither near or there on most events because you know who the winner is. Yeah.
I mean, if you and Juan are close and the crowd's going ape shit for Juan Morel because that's their boy, and there's not a lot of noise for you because you're from across the damn ocean. I don't know. If I'm a judge, I don't know if in the back of my mind it makes me go one way or another or not.
If it was close, it might be, but do you think it was close? And that's it.
I have a preference for physiques. I like your physique better. Condition-wise, I think he had you, definitely.
Yeah.
A couple body parts, you had him back and forth. Overall, I like your physique better. It's all opinion. It's all subjective, and you're a top Olympia competitor already.
Yeah.
7th is kind of not really representative of where I feel you stand in that mix, but Juan's still got a ways to go to get to that level at the Olympia where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? At the time, I felt like my morning show, I had them. Yeah. I believe I had to bring what I needed to bring to win the show. It wasn't my greatest condition, but it wasn't my worst. I was conditioned enough to basically match Juan on the quad section, on the back section, and I knew he was a bigger guy. So I believe I had to come a lot more fuller to match that. And if I come 80% of my condition, what I believe I can do, and bring that fullness, I believe I take any guy, and that's what we had to do, And same thing for California. We had to switch things up because, different town, different judges, different place, right. And everyone likes a little bit different. So we came with a lot harder look, and that won the show overall and got straight first. So you have to, be aware of where you are, where your surroundings, and who you're competing for, and what previous winners have fought in the past.
Yeah. I mean, that's the next thing I want to ask you about, is that you intentionally came in as big and full as possible. What were you, like 270, 275 or more?
No, it was only for the New York, it was only 254.
That's it. Jeez, what a baby.
Yeah, man, 254. But everyone thought it was 265 and 270.
Yeah, I would have said.
An illusion.
Well, but that's the thing is you said you intentionally came in bigger and fuller because you knew that that's the look that it would take to beat Juan at this show. But,
Yeah.
you know, why not come in at the Olympia? You come in big, full, and shredded. And, you know, you bring that look to New York, it wouldn't have even, I don't think it would have been, if it was close between Juan and you in New York this time, if you brought the look that you bring to the Olympia, you would have shut it down. It wouldn't have been close at all. It would have been, oh my God, okay, there's Nathan. Let's see who's second, who's third, who's fourth. You know,
Yeah, because we had to
come in like that?
Because we had to. I wanted to try something. We had to try something different. You know, there's no point going with the same protocol every show. Okay, you may win. You know, but you're not learning. You're just doing the same back and forth, And we learned a few new things, and a few things work for me.
Yeah.
So that's just I wanted to try something different, and something different what it worked because you know. But then I believe I'm a lot bigger now. I'm a lot bigger now than I was at 2017 Olympia, as you can see, you know, and you know, the body takes a lot more to get in condition with the extra bit of mass you put on and so forth. So we just tried something different, and I said to myself, I wasn't gonna come 100% to these shows. I want to bring something different to Olympia, and you know, that was the best Juan Morel we had seen, and it wasn't the greatest Nathan anyone had seen. But yeah, it showed that the greatest Juan Morel, even though he's a great athlete, you know, in his own right, you know, he's a top pro bodybuilder.
Yep.
It shows that even when Nathan's not 100%, he can still take out guys who are 100%, and it takes their 100% to just even compare. So with that being said, before we try something different, we took a chance. The chance worked, and for New York, for Olympia this year, we intend on bringing the same fullness as New York, but with the same condition as California. And now we know how to replicate that. That's what the crowd will see: the same fullness in New York with the condition as California. But you know, I was only 5 pounds lighter at California.
Wow.
So it wasn't a lot, you know.
What a difference. So the last thing I'll ask you about New York is, you know, I can tell you where I feel you beat Juan. You know, you couldn't tell because you're on stage with him. Now you've had a chance to really look at pictures and videos. Where do you think you were able to edge him out and get that win?
Quads, straight away. Quad section is Juan's weak part.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that because when he stands, you see a lot of guys see me smacking my legs. So I'll stand front on, you know.
Yeah.
And one tends to pose to the side, you know, and that's hard. When you're hiding something, you have to turn, and you know. So somebody has something weak, you have to point it out. Like you see me at the Olympia, I always point at my midsection because it's tight as fuck, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys ain't. So you have to show the judges, look, this is what I have, you know. And for one, I believe to beat him on the back condition, he was. You know, he was shredded, but he wasn't that much harder than myself. You know, a lot of the guys seeing pictures of me on stage, but then if you look at a picture from the same day, earlier on in my hotel, then you will think, fuck, yeah, Nathan was actually in shape. Do you know what I mean? So, he beat me on a little bit on condition, but I believe I had him on fullness up top. You know, even though he was a bigger guy than me, when the most muscular pose got hit, you see, I killed him in, you know, the chest, the shoulders, the delts. You seeing that, and back was, you know, I believe his back's awesome. It's wide as hell, but he just needs that. You know, my back isn't the greatest also, but I have them little bit of notches of detail, some detail he doesn't have, you know, and that's what I believe edged me the win in that show.
You keep saying Juan is a bigger guy than you. Do you really believe that?
I think his frame is wider, of course, you know. I've got a narrow frame, but you know, if you're talking about like width wise, he's gonna be big. He's gonna be bigger because he's just a wider person.
He's got wide clavicles, but if we're talking about big, round, full muscle,
I'm just talking clavicles, you know.
Okay.
Come muscles, and obviously, I believe him a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people who don't do the sport, who just see, oh, he's wide, he's bigger. They don't know, you know, the whole situation. So you have to put into perspective to these people and you know, help them understand a little bit what you mean.
Yeah, it can be hard when you're on social media, especially because
you know,
you're dealing with a lot of people.
A judge.
know a lot of people on social media. They've never been to a contest. They have no idea how these things are judged. But you show them a picture of two guys, and they'll zero in on one thing. Like one guy had bigger arms, or one guy had better abs. And that guy should have won. He had better abs. You know, they don't realize it's a total package that the judges are looking for. They have no idea.
No, they don't. You know, they just see what they want to see,
right.
And that's it. And you know, a lot of guys pick their favorite person to win.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're the truth on a bodybuilding, just be honest with yourself and just pick the winner. You know, whether you like someone or you hate someone, give that person the due. If they win, your favorite bodybuilder, and just say, look, you win, but I still don't like you. You know, but you know, I don't like you, but you're the better bodybuilder on the day.
I do that all the time. I say, you're an asshole, but you know, you deserve to win. And you're I love you to death, but you deserve like last place, just like they gave you. So California Pro, was that in your plans all along, or was that like something you decided last minute?
It's in the back of my mind, to be honest. You know, I was thinking about it. California was a show that meant a lot to me. You know, I battled it out with Kuwait 2016. I didn't get the win. You know, slightly heartbroken over that situation. I believe I won that show. Till this day, I still do. And I feel like I had some unsolved business, you know, and I needed to just go there. But then after the New York, it's like, do you go? Do you take that chance? And then if you get beat, you go to the Olympia on a loss. And then you're like, it's a big if. Going to the Olympia on a loss is not a good situation, you know, because people have beat you in the past. So I was thinking about it, and ahhing, and when I seen a lot of these armchair critics, you know, these fucking bellends on social media, saying, oh, Nathan's waist has gone big, he's blew it out, and this guy's done this to him, and this guy's done this. And then I felt like I had something else to prove, you know. And I just wanted to, like, just not say, even though I felt like I didn't need to justify myself to these people, I just wanted to a point to be like, no, look, the camera guy hit me hitting a pose, you know. I wasn't on the pose. Right. So I believe I needed just to justify them, to shut them up. And plus, you know, there's a few UK guys in it as well. So, you know, you want to cement the ground, you know what I mean? Yeah. So after it's and ahhing for the day, I just thought, fuck it, put my hand in straight away, you know. I told you straight away, and I'm gonna go to Cali. Right. I'm just gonna hit that show.
But you don't really know these UK guys that well, like Sasan and Sando and Hollingshead, do you? Because you've been in Kuwait for most of these last few years.
I know them through the federation back when it was NPC, and you know, they associate with different people who I associate with. Right. But I follow the guys on social media, you know, and I know what they're doing and how they're looking and what they're going to bring to the show. Same with most athletes. Right. But I just wanted to like cement that, you know, like, you know, I've been there. The guys are favourites in the UK. I feel like I wanted to come and justify myself there to be, even though I justify myself as a top Olympian. Yeah. This is, you know, UK is my home turf, and I wanted to cement that. It's like, look, I'm still, even though I travel the world, I'm still British. I'm still like one of the best in Britain, because a lot of people on social media and prep coaches and stuff from Britain still don't class me as British because I'm traveling a lot. But I don't know why. You know, they say Nathan doesn't count as British because he's training in the Middle East or he's training in the US now. Yeah, but my passport says that. So so I don't know. I just had to just cement that, you know, and prove that I'm still one of the best in Britain.
I find that kind of ridiculous that they would say things like that, because, you know, unlike in the U.S., I don't even know who a lot of the U.S. pros are. There's so many shows to turn pro at, and second place turns pro. But in the UK, it's still, you have to be the overall champ. Well, now you have qualifiers. It's different now, but up until very recently, put it that way, you had to be the overall British champ, like you were. Yeah. Like all these guys, Sando, Sasan, Hollingshead. You had to win the overall. So, yeah, you're British. Yeah. You're a British bodybuilder for damn sure. So you said California, you're only 5 pounds lighter than New York. It's amazing what that 5 pound difference looked like on you. Because, geez, if you told me 15 pounds, I would have said, yeah, that sounds about right. So what did you do in that week? How did you tighten up so much? Because what a different look you brought.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, we just realized like what I needed to do. I tried to carve up on different food. I tried different techniques in carving up, and I just realized that the basics work for me.
Yeah.
Just basically, I don't have to. We tried to carve up basically for 2-3 days for the New York,
Yeah.
and like I don't carve up for 2 or 3 days. I only carve up for half a day. Half a day, and when everyone sees me on stage, I'm never 100% full. Like you were saying before, I was full. I was full to the brim for Olympia.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was full for New York, but
Yeah.
the condition was different. So we know now that I only carve up just like from Friday afternoon till Saturday day,
Yeah.
and we just basically kept the food the same, load the carbs, like 50 grams per meal,
Yeah.
cooked weight, and the weight just come off. We put an extra session of cardio in there, extra 20 minutes before bed. So we're doing 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes before sleep. I put cardio in.
That's a ton of cardio for you, isn't it, though?
Yeah, it's a lot for me. It's a lot for me. 40 minutes a day is a hell of a lot, And so we put a bit of extra cardio in there, and then just realized, look, I carved up last time for the Olympia on burgers, so we stuck to what I've been eating last time, which was Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, okay.
Chick-fil-A, man.
Delicious.
So we just stuck to what we knew, and we took the steak out, and then basically just ran chicken, ran rice, put more greens in there, and basically just flooded the body with water. Basically, like, so we hit it to like 9 liters a day from the Monday to the Friday, and then just dropped it, and it just seemed to work, and that was my doing. This is, I believe, what needs to be done, and we agreed on it, we done it, and then the package is what everyone's seen, and everyone's like, oh, you were full, you're better conditioned. I'm like, I'm still hungry as fuck. I'm on stage, but I'm still hungry as hell. When you're full, you're physically full. I'm like, I'm hungry as shit, So that's what I need. Like, I was talking to manager Matt and Jay backstage at the Cali, and they said, look, man, you don't need to be physically burst and full to beat a lot of guys.
Right.
You have that roundness that you always look for. So you just come in how you are, and that's all you need. So I say dieting, and I just keep that at the back of my mind, and then just keep working on that for the Olympia, but try and bring a bigger package, because that's what needs to be brought to the main stage.
Yeah. Now you're a Brit. Do you know that Dorian always said he was flat in his estimation for every single of his Olympia wins. He said, I didn't care about being full. I wanted the most disgusting condition. I wanted people to see my kidneys pumping through my lower back skin. That's how lean I wanted to be.
That's what I had, man. I had my lower erectors popping out. I was like, what the fuck's that? You got tumors in your back or some shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, what can I say? I'm down. I'm like deaf. I'm walking on stage. I'm like deaf. You want condition. Yeah. I bring condition, but then you have something to say.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't. If you're feeling really good on show day, I think you did it wrong, basically.
Yeah, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, until you have that first place trophy,
you're 15th place.
You shouldn't feel good to live.
So this was your first contest prep this spring as a pro outside of Kuwait. How was it different? I'm sure it's very different. It was a very different experience, the way it was done over there, as opposed to you did it in UK and Tennessee. Did you split?
Yeah, we done it in UK, and then I flew out to Tennessee. I think it was March, just after the Arnold.
Yeah.
Week after the Arnold, flew out to Tennessee. Basically, it was just different. I had a bit more of a social life. I functioned more. I done more personally. I got to see things. I got to experience a lot of America. I went to like UFC fights. I was going to all pro shows. Went to watch Ian at the Indianapolis show. Charles Griffin, who just won yesterday.
Yeah.
Just basically, it allowed me to travel more. I was even in Pittsburgh. It just allowed me to get around more and just build a brand of Nathan,
Yeah.
and that's what I needed. I just needed to be out there, because if you're in the Middle East, it's hard for people to see you. It's hard to get promotion. It's because you're out in the middle of nowhere, really.
Right.
So I basically I was allowed to do what I wanted, and just come and go there, please. And
Yeah.
the weather wasn't as hot. It was nowhere near as hot, but
Yeah.
I hear now it's close.
Yeah. Oh, Tennessee?
Yeah,
It's got it. Well, it's humid. You got the humidity
yeah.
there, which I don't think they have in the desert in Kuwait, right? Humidity?
No,
Yeah.
Kuwait's not too bad, but I hear Tennessee is meant to be a
Oh,
pain in the ass right now.
Kuwait gets to like 120 degrees or more in the summer, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
good.
the aircon there is good. It's
Okay.
it's blasting.
Fair enough. So, I mean, you discovered, you looked just as good at the Cal Pro as you have at previous shows. So, I mean, does that
Thank
tell
you.
you you don't need to be, locked up in a desert in a hotel or whatever, condo room, whatever they have for you out there, to be your best? I mean, you can have a life and social life and see your family, your friends, and travel and still get it all done like you did, right?
Yeah, that's what I believe I can do.
Yeah.
I was thankful for the opportunity I got to go to Kuwait. And Badr and them guys helped me do a lot of things. But at the same time, as being in America, it showed that I can do anything. I can do it when I want to do it. If I want to do it back home, I can do it at home. If I want to do it in Tennessee, I can do it there. Whatever I put my mind to it,
Yeah.
I can do it. So that proved to me that I have the willpower to do that, because beforehand I was just like training, going to party, training and partying.
Right.
But now I'm locked in that zone, and I'm committed, and I want to be the best bodybuilder I can be. And in the back of my mind, I have goals and achievements that I want to achieve, and to put them basically to happen. I believe that I need to know. I know what I need to do, and I just got to lock in. When the time comes to put the hammer down, the hammer goes down, and the blinkers go on, and that's it. The world just shuts off. But at the same time, when the world is shutting off,
Yeah.
I allow myself to be a normal person at the same time, and just live life. But the meals and the training is 100%.
Now, you left on good terms, Kuwait, and
Yeah.
you still have really good friends. I mean, I saw you talking to the Ahmad and a couple of the other guys backstage in New York. So, would you still go back every now and then to visit and train there?
Yeah, I hope so. I was supposed to go back hopefully this week or next week,
Yeah.
but it's Ramadan. The weather is crazy, and my younger lad has a football tournament, so I had to put that first. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, I can't go back now. But after the Olympia, I will go back to Kuwait to see the guys, and see Asgard and all the team there, because I have no bad feelings. We have no hard terms. Just
Right.
we just basically want to do something different, and the guys in Kuwait, Badr, Asgard, and Abdullah, them guys.
All right, enough about the Camel Crew. So my next question is, you were basically out of the country on and off for 2.5 years. Didn't get to see a lot of your girlfriend and your kids, or as much as you wanted to, I'm sure. Now that you're
Yeah.
home, what's it like being able to spend so much more time with them? I'm sure the kids are loving it.
Yeah, man, it's better. I get the freedom to run around and to do as I please. Because normally, like last year,
Yeah.
I was getting like this was my last weekend home. I was getting ready for to go to Kuwait, but now I can run around, do what I want. Like today, spend the time with my friends, my family, and the kids, and the weather was nice. Just went to a local bar. The kids are playing, just drinking and just playing football with my son and on the climbing frame. And that's what it's about. It's just making these memories and not missing the opportunity that I've missed in the past. And now my kids are older, I think that they appreciate it more now that I'm home and I can just play and I can just be there. So I'm grateful for that, it's just a lot better being home, because the family's what it's about. This I do it for my kids and my family, so that's the main thing for me.
Your slogan on, I think, WhatsApp or something is family first.
Yeah, man, family first.
Yeah, right on. How old are you kids now?
My son now is 4. He's 5. He's 5 September.
Okay.
My daughter's 3.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Treasure.
we're close. We're
Treasure
close,
these. Yeah,
man.
they're going to be talking back to you someday. So treasure these moments, guy.
It started. It started already. My daughter started already. She's the worst.
Wait till they hit like 12, 13. They'll think you're the biggest idiot in the world. You don't know anything. Yeah. They know way more than you by that point. So you posted that video right after the Cali Pro, which we were all too stupid to realize you were at the airport in Holland. We thought you were in California. But was it actually said Holland in the background or something?
Yeah, it said Holland. It said Holland in the far corner.
Nobody pays attention. But you talked about wanting a chance to stand next to Phil Heath this year. You've done the Olympia twice now, and you've been in comparisons. Have you never actually been next to Phil?
Never, man. Phil only does one show a year. He only does the Olympia.
Right.
You know, as a rookie, you don't get that chance. As a second year, you don't get that chance barely. You know, so third year, if you look at history, you know, normally you get that chance. And a lot of the times, the guys who win the New York Pro, win the Honor Classic, get that chance to stand next to Phil. And you know, Phil may kick my ass, but he may not. You know, end of the day, I know he won't kick my ass on condition, and it just have to get there. You know, a lot of guys have had their chance, and you know, if you have your chance and you don't succeed, then move over. You know, give someone else a chance, because the younger guys now are chasing for that chance. You know, Rami's had his chance to get next to him many times, hasn't succeeded.
Yeah.
I believe Bonac was a hell of a lot close last year. You know, and it shows size don't matter. You know, in people's eyes, Bonac should have won the Olympia. He should have got second. You know, depending who you speak to. I just want that chance to get next to him. I just want to know, when you get next to somebody, you know what you need and what you don't need. You know, and you know where your weak points are, and you can catch him. And you know, Phil doesn't win every single pose on the Olympia.
No.
From the back, he will kill anybody. Anybody, you know, side chest, not the best. Tricep, you don't have one. Bicep, front double is no. It was a powerful shot, but it's not no more.
Right.
You know, so it's most muscular. Even then, if you can beat him in the fullness in the chest, you can beat him. So, you know, things are possible. You know, and if you don't set yourself a goal, then you're never going to achieve it. You know, people may sit there and say, "Oh, you're talking shit," or you're talking out of your ass. But if I don't set myself that goal, then why am I doing this?
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
why I want to be Mr. Olympia. So
Yeah.
why should I get next to Mr. Olympia? You know, that's what I want to achieve. That's what I want to be. And you know, I'm proving, competing shop to show that I believe I'm good enough to get there. You know, the New York Pros, prestigious show to win. So the California, I was from both of them back to back.
Yeah.
So I believe I, you know, should get that. Hopefully, I get that chance, that first call out, and get in the mix up.
I mean, you make a good point. I mean, if you don't think you can be the best, why are you doing this? Why are you spending so much time, effort, money? You know, this is not easy. This is not an easy sport. But it's like if an American football team said, they all decided collectively, we're never going to get to the Super Bowl. We're not that good. How are they going to play if they have that mentality? Not very well.
Yeah.
How would you train? How would you diet knowing I can't win? I can't win. You know?
You got to believe in yourself. You know, it's like no one ever believed in me. You know, as a person when I was younger.
Yeah.
They always thought you was gonna fail in life, but you know, me succeeding bodybuilding and in life proves that you can be successful and you can do whatever you want. So if I've came from where I've came from to this point now in my life,
yeah.
I believe that I can achieve that goal. You know, this goal for me is only a small obstacle from what I've achieved, from what I've overcome in life previously. So you know, it's not like it's a massive hurdle for me. It's just another thing in my way.
So looking at Phil and looking at you, you know what you need to improve on. What do you think you need to improve on to really push Phil Heath, the 7-time Mr. Olympia champion? What needs to be better on Nathan?
Hamstrings, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
You know, just it's not like I don't train them. It's just that's just a lagging body part. You know, yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day, so we just got to keep our hamstrings A little bit more thickness in the back.
Yeah.
And, you know, think tricep mainly from the front. I can keep up with him, you know. I have that round muscle belly like Phil.
Yeah.
I have the fullness, you know. I have a way better midsection than Phil nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's true.
Phil doesn't. If you look at previous years, 2014, 2013, 14, 15, even 16, Phil doesn't have a swoop on the quads. You know, if you look, it's flat.
Yeah.
Only 17 apparently, you know, is swoop on his legs. So I have the condition on the legs, a different look. All I've got to bring up is the hamstring, obviously, and when, you know, as you're training more, then things are bound to grow. So just the back, you know, like I said previously, Phil kills everyone from the back. It's lights out, and that's that's undeniable because he's just amazing, you know.
Yeah.
But if I can bring that up, you know, when you've seen the condition they brought to California and the detail on the back and the back come up, just bring the hamstrings up and a little bit more thickness, you know, in the centre back, and I believe, you know, I can go pose for pose.
Yeah. Right on. Another thing you said in another guy's interview, I don't name him. It's like Voldemort. I don't say his name.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. You know, you said the guys don't compete enough today. You know,
man.
Back in the day, guys used to hit so many shows. They'd hit these Grand Prix tours and do sometimes like 8 shows within a few weeks, just back to back to back to back. And you know, you've proved that you can do spring shows and fall shows and look good at all of them. Why do you think some guys feel like they can, especially the top Olympia guys? Why do you think they feel like they should only do the Mr. Olympia or they can only do the Mr. Olympia?
Partly because they're lazy,
Okay.
blatantly.
You said it.
Partly they're lazy. People were saying to me, Nathan, you know, I was getting a lot of direct messages saying I'm glory hunting. You know, I'm chasing the paycheck. End of the day, you know,
You're a professional bodybuilder. What are
I'm
you?
a pro athlete.
You're not supposed to compete.
I have to get paid. You know, I have to get paid. And you know, it's like if I'm a top, like I said before, I'm a top Olympian. So, you know, people in California not everyone in California has money. I said this previously, you know. So why shouldn't I compete? If I'm in shape, go and compete. Right. You know, you see me doing shows in the beginning of the year. You see me do the Olympia, plus the shows after that. Right. You know, compete. Chris Cormier always told me, you know, Nathan, you're in shape, man. Compete. You're not here for a long time. Enjoy it. You're in shape. Go and get that paper. Go and show the fans who you are, what you're about. You know, and get the brand of Nathan, the prophecy, get it out there. And you know, I believe, you know, years ago it was top 10 Olympias, got a bye. Now it's top 5. You know, I believe only top 3 should get it. You know, because then it puts the other guys at risk. Because you know, then you have to compete. Yeah. You have to compete to qualify, and you know, it gives people like me and the younger guys a chance to get the guys like you can't say Dexter because Dexter competes. You know, give him his due. Dexter isn't scared to get on stage. Not at all. No. But you get to compete against guys like Sean, Rami. You know, you get even as a rookie, you get this chance to get next to these guys, and a lot of these guys will never make it to the Olympia. Right. But your name might fall next to Rami's, and that might give you the chance to get next to Rami in the first 5 comparisons. Yeah. And that's all people want, just that, you know, and give the guys that chance. Because touch wood, if I ever miss Olympia, I'm telling you now, man, my black ass will be competing. That's it, you know. I'll be competing. Why not compete? Just get out there and hit the toes after that, because you know people want to see you. People want to see Mr. Olympia. It's okay. You can curl up and you can curl in your bedroom. And you can go and do guest poses and seminars, but that ain't the same as battle on stage. Yeah. You know, and as Ronnie proved many times, you know, after Olympia you're vulnerable. You know, you can get beat. Yeah. And I think a lot of the guys now, after they play top 5, they're scared to get beat because they think, shit, you know, I'm going to Olympia on a loss. I've just got 4th, and the guy who just got 7th is coming better and beat me. And then he's thinking in his head, oh shit, I have to go compete again at the Arnold. Yeah. What if I go to the Arnold and get beat? You know, they're playing chess with themselves. They're thinking, if I get beat at the Arnold, then oh shit, then my top 5 doesn't even count, and this guy's beat me. But you know, if you're the best you can be, that guy who's 7th won't even beat you anyway. You know, if you just keep on it. But I just think compete, man. I'm a bodybuilder. I'm in shape. I love competing, so I'm going to compete. If it weren't for my kids wanting to go to Disneyland, I would have been I would have been at Toronto 100%. You know, just that my girl she booked a holiday to Paris, so I had to come home.
Okay.
If she didn't tell me, I would be in Toronto by all means. You know.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been a lot more interesting if you had been in that show. Let me tell you. But that what you just said, you've actually done that a couple times now. Especially last season, in the shows after the Olympia, you were beating consistently guys who had just beaten you at the Olympia.
Yeah, you know, it's like if you look last year, you know, after the Olympia I done to Barcelona.
Yeah.
You know, I believe, and you ask a lot of guys like Jazz and stuff, you know, I was getting second, you know, and obviously the results turned to where I got my position back at the Olympia, but, you know, you can see the guys are vulnerable because they can only peak for one show, you know, that's all they can do, peak for one show, peak for one show a year, but then if that's the case, don't you think the better bodybuilder is the guy who can peak consistently all the time and keep placing higher all the time? You know, isn't that what bodybuilding is? You know what I mean?
It should be. I mean, if you're a professional bodybuilder, you should be able to compete consistently and beat other people. That's your job, really. Think about it. It's not to show up once a year and wave at the crowd, hit a couple poses, and then disappear for the rest of the year. Yeah,
you know, just go hard.
I mean, you're trying to. I think what you're trying to do is make it more. Hold, give me this dog. Get over here, you bum. Is make it more exciting for the fans because I have to hold this dog or else she's going to keep barking.
It's okay.
It's a Shih Tzu. 15 years old, for God's sake. Yeah, she's annoying. I mean, another thing that you do is, you know, you actually try to get some hype and excitement going. You call guys out. You try to make it, I don't want to say like WWE, but this is a boring sport at times. And I say that as someone, I've been doing this.
You can tell me, you can say to me, I've been there many times and fell asleep. You know, I'm not afraid to say it, but, you know, I believe if I call guys out, I'm not shy to say who I think, who I can and can't beat. I'll say here and now, you know.
Yeah.
But that way, then it makes people think, what the fuck? What's Nathan going to bring? What's he going to bring? And then that person is staying. They're either waiting for you to fall flat on your face, or they're waiting for you to just kick some ass. And that's what people want to see. You know what I mean? So you have to make it exciting because people, if I'm calling one out, you know, and people want to see me next to one, and you hear the crowd, they're crazy. You know, if I call Phil out, people, Nathan, you haven't got a chance. Don't talk shit. But then when you get next to him, people start screaming, you know, and a lot of the crowd nowadays are not like the crowd there was in the late 90s. You know, they're sitting there and they're judging, not going crazy, because when you see Ronnie come out, you know, with all his fancy dress and stuff, it was crazy, you know. That shit was awesome.
Talk about the year he came out with the crown and the cape and all that. Yeah, that was
You know, he came out to, was it Lion King, I think, you know?
I think
that
so.
Shit was,
I don't even remember.
Awesome.
I just remember how the crowd went just bonkers.
You know, that's a performance, and you know, if you can shit talk, but in a you know, in like a respectful, we call it out here in England the banter. You can shit talk in like a banter way, in like a friendship way, but you know, you're serious, but you're not being personal, and you're not going too harsh. Well, and so be it.
You guys all respect each other. You guys all know you put the same work in. I mean,
you know, I don't care. You know, I was calling Justin a fat ass, and he was calling me Gollum. You know, and Gollum. I don't mind. It was funny, you know, and people like that, and they liked, you know, the photoshops and stuff. So it brought excitement to the New York, and then obviously after I won New York, I said I'm coming to Cali to slay more pros, and then after I won Cali, I just said, like, after slayed 57, I have to be pros in less than 7 days.
Oh, that's that's what you meant by that. I thought you were counting like all the divisions. I'm like, Nathan, it doesn't count the bikini girls. Come on.
Yeah, I just slayed 57 of them, you know.
Oh man, yeah, that's not bad. So what we got? 14 weeks for Olympia now? 15?
Yeah, 14. I think it's another 14 weeks now.
Okay, so what's the game plan? Are you going to spend part of the time in Tennessee, or are you going to bring Matt out to you?
I'm out here now, opening my own gym. I'll be open in less than 4 weeks now.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be building that, you know, and keeping the cost down, building it myself.
Wow.
So we're in there. train there, open my own gym, which is a fully functional Arsenal strength gym. So, you know, I was fortunate to get that opportunity off the guys in Arsenal. Basically just hit it hard, man. Back on the diet fully, you know, 100% in 2 or 3 weeks. And then I'll hit Tennessee at the Nationals. I'll go to USA. I go to Vegas Nationals, and that's when I'll start my tennis. I'll go to Tennessee from there.
Okay.
So I'll go and watch the Nationals. So it's a good show to watch. And
The USA.
Yeah, USA is it. Yeah.
The Nationals is in Florida every November.
Yeah. So it's USA. So I go to USA's, and then that's when I'll be.
It's easy to get confused because we have so many damn ways to turn pro here, as opposed to the UK. So I understand. So the last question for you: how do you feel this Olympia is going to be different? You're going into it in a different situation than you have the past 2 times. So, you know, why do you think this might be a very different experience, different outcome for you, where you finally move into that top bracket that you've been just missing so far?
I believe to be a top 5 Olympian, it takes not just a body, you know, it takes momentum. Judges, everyone sees that, like you were saying before, does the crowd see it? No, but they see momentum, you know. You've just come off 2 massive wins.
Yeah.
Two of the 3 biggest shows of the year. You just come off winning them. Judges want to see what you can bring. If you can bring a better package, then they see you improving. If you improve from your last show, again, that will rank you up, you know. And bodybuilding's about improving. That's it, you know. A guy might be bigger than you and better, but if that guy's the same as last year and you've improved, then again, like I said before, that's bodybuilding. You know, you're building and you're changing. So with the momentum and the size, I bought, and you know, I was told they needed bigger hamstrings. You know, they're not the craziest, but they've come up compared to last year, as you can see, and you know, the backs come up. I believe that top 5 last year was in my grasp in my second year, I believe. So with that being said, I believe I'm a lot better than last year. So if the guys come 100% and I'm 100%, I believe I'll crack that door for top 4, because you know, I believe people standing in my way is only Ramy and Bonac and Phil. You know, and if Ramy is off and Phil, you know, is on and Bonac is on and I'm on, and you put Ramy next in that perspective, then he's going to show his flaws. You know, and if we're all in condition and he's off, then he will slip out. Yeah. So I've just got to bring that condition, bring the best and the biggest Nathan to the stage, and that's what the crowd will see. You know, with the same momentum, coming to the show, the same shit talk. You know, and just basically just being me. You know. Yeah. Now that I'm free to say what I want to say and do what I want to do, it's just me being me, just a young guy taking the piss and just enjoying life and the opportunity I've been granted. You know, and that's it really. Just enjoying it, man. But I believe that top 4 or top 3 is in my grasp this year. Wow. You know, and that's my goal, because you know, I want to be Mr. Olympia by, you know, next year, latest 2020. That's my personal goal. Obviously, I don't want to be Mr. Olympia this year, but you know, with the improvements I made this year, if I can make them next year, then I want to be Mr. Olympia by 2020 latest. And to get that, I need to be top 4, top 3 this year. Yeah. I need to be in good stead in that mix consistently over a period of 2 years, and that's the only way. Then you know, you can be crowned Mr. Olympia. Cool.
Well, I'm not going to call you crazy. I think that's a really sound, logical plan. I think you can make it happen. So I'll be watching.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
I'm going to murder this dog when we're done, by the way. But all right, man. You've been very generous with the time. I appreciate it very much, Nathan. And we're all rooting for you. We like you. You're a funny guy. You've got a great physique. You're good for the sport. You make things a little more exciting. We need that. We really need that. So
yeah, man. You know, people want to play this humble game, and if they beat the definition of humble, they won't want to be humble.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they actually know the definition of it rather than just saying it, they don't want to be a humble person, but they want to betray this persona when these guys ain't that, you know.
All right. For the Ronline Report, this has been me with Nathan, the Prophecy of the Asha. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, bud.